impress me. How are we doing today? Welcome everybody to the Everglades Alligator Farm. You guys smell that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's old pork. Okay, so they dumped that there this morning because the alligators will eat it. My name is Tyler. I have handled alligators and crocodiles for 10 years. If you folks have any questions about these beautiful creatures, feel free to ask me throughout the show. And if you don't ask me during the show, I'll be hanging out by the gate for a few minutes answering your good questions. Now, we have lots of alligators in this pond. These are all gators, not crocodiles. The main difference is alligators will see you later and crocodiles will see you in the wild. Now, besides that, there's many differences. Down to the genetic level, alligators are more different from alligators more different than a crocodile genetically than we are to a 1 foot tall monkey with a tail. I am genetically closer to a monkey that's a foot tall with a tail than an alligator is to a crocodile on the genetic level. That's pretty cool because we look at alligators and crocodiles and we think that they are pretty much the same animal. Not at all. They look similar, but they're not close at all. Now, alligators are a lot more relaxed than crocodiles. They are stronger as well, okay? Crocodiles are very excitable. They chase things very quickly and easily. They're shoot first, ask questions later. Alligators are much more relaxed and laid back, but also they're a lot more skittish. The alligators are more likely to run from danger than a crocodile, and that's why there's more alligators than crocodiles, because they're the ones that make it into adulthood. Crocodiles get themselves killed all the time as babies, as youngsters, because they try to chase after stuff that can eat them, and they get killed. Alligators run from stuff from when they're a very young age. You're so cute. Would you like to come and get this piece of meat? Oh. Well, you still should lose, I guess. So, how am I going to feed all these alligators with just a few pieces of chicken? Yummy. Folks, how is that going to happen? How are we going to do that? I'm not, okay? I'm not going to feed all these alligators with just a few pieces of chicken. This is just a snacking show. So the alligators, they actually get fed with a bulldozer 3 times a month when it's hot out. So the summer months we feed them 3 times a month, and then when it's cold out we feed them once a month. Now they don't have a lot of, they don't have a very fast metabolism. Alligators really don't burn off a lot of muscle or fat very quickly. Very slow to burn off their food. You're supposed to eat the food. The American alligator, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Very smart. Now, just like people, you got the smart ones. A lot of us are pretty smart. Relatively, right? And then some of us are idiots. And then some of us are really smart. So it's the same with alligators. Most of them are reasonably smart. Smart as an average dog. Okay? And then you have some of them that are really dumb. And then you have some that are just like smart as people. I'm not even kidding. There's some of them that have figured out everything there is to figure out about every person that's ever handled them within the first experience that they have interacting with that person. For instance, I've had to wrestle an alligator that came in fresh from the wild, and after using him for a show once, he already learned everything about my handling and tried to trip me up every time I've taken my eyes off him during the first time I used him. It's very hard to understand, I guess, if you're not a gator wrestler, but some of these gators will impress you. Now we got some big ones over here. I'm going to call them up here. I want them to try to come and take the food right out of my hand. Now, I want to remind everybody, it is stupid and reckless to feed an animal that can kill you. Okay? Is it stupid and reckless to feed an animal that can kill you?
Yes.
Very good. I need everyone to remember that because I make it look kind of silly, shut your mouth. I'm getting to you in a second. Sorry about that. He's my son. I can talk to him like that. All right? You guys can joke about shipping your kids off to military school. I can joke about shipping him off to the gator, what is it? With the luxury bags.
Shoe factory.
Yeah, shoe factory. Coach. Yes, whatever. All right, now his name is Flaquito, which is Spanish for cute, skinny guy. Flaquito. Come here. Now he's very, very gentle. I can literally do this. Good boy. Now that is an 11-foot alligator that weighs at least 450 pounds, maybe 500. Now I'm feeding him so much. He's not so skinny anymore, actually.
Yeah.
So I work here more often than any of the other handlers that we have. I do more shows. So I kind of choose who gets fed during the snacking shows, because this is all extra. When we feed them 2 or 3 times a month, it's with a bulldozer, and it's with over 1,000 pounds of pork and beef and chicken. Just this morning they dropped 600 pounds of pork right here. It was going to go bad, so they just threw it to the gators before it went spoiled, and the alligators finished it off pretty good. Are you coming or what? Some of these alligators, they come up to me, but they are actually a little shy.
And they're lazy.
They are very lazy. That's right. But if they get annoyed, they get up and move pretty quick. Okay? If you annoy or scare the alligator, they move very, very fast. So you have to be very careful around them in the wild, because if you accidentally spook them, that could be a huge problem. In the wild, if you were to splash around in the water, they will chase after the sound of a splash like no one's business. Alligators have that little bumpy armor across their back. That's actually 200 small little tortoiseshell pieces. That's basically kind of what the purpose they serve. Alligators, they will bite each other so hard their teeth break off, and they grow another tooth in the same place. They'll go through 3,000 or more teeth in a lifetime. This is so they can give each other bites without having to hurt each other, because the armor won't break, and their teeth grow back anyway. Now, if they're starting to bite where there's no armor, that's when we have to separate them. That's where alligator bullies are found. That's where the mean ones are, okay? So we have to keep a close eye out for that. Now, for the last part of the show,
Oh my.
taking a full chicken and throwing it in there. You guys are going to see why you shouldn't swim around alligators if you make the sound of a splash around these aquatic predators that hunt using sound to track down their prey by splashing too much. Alligators follow the sound of splashing for miles and miles out in the wild so they can get an easy meal, because if you splash, you're a bad swimmer. That's the rule.
Oh, look at it. He caught it. Wow.
They split that boy in half. Folks, thank you for coming. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Woo!